So, how does DOMI REVERSI work? I don't know. I'm just kidding. So I came up with this type of thing by going back to chapter 1150 when it was first introduced. Literally the title it says DOMI REVERSI. And I was noticing some patterns with both rocks in the recent chapter of 1164 and 1150 with Dory, with Brogy, the rest of the giants, and a giant specifically named Thorman, right? So I was noticing some patterns where like, what if this is how DOMI REVERSI works? You know what I mean? Could it be some type of ability? Maybe Emu is a specific kind of race that he can do something like that, the last of his race, or it could possibly be a devil fruit. I'm leaning more forward into devil fruit. You know what I mean? I personally believe, I think Emu probably has like some type of devil fruit, like this mythical zone fruit where he's like the devil himself, honestly speaking, because it kind of fits the character, specifically how Gunko looks right now and everything. That's probably just like a preview of like the actual form of how Emu may or may not look like, you know what I mean, like a devil himself, like an actual demon, the king of demons or something, you know what I mean, and then it comes with a book or something like that. I saw some theories about it being the homeland theory. I'm not really with it like that, only because like I think it's how accurate can it be? Like you only can DOMI REVERSI if that person is in their homeland. You know, I don't think that makes sense in my personal opinion. Rocks only got DOMI because he's in God Valley. The Giants only got DOMI because they were in Elbath. You know, I don't think it's like that. It's kind of weird in my opinion. So it's like the God Knights, like the Holy Knights, and then you got like what the Gores say that has Emu power. Was Emu only able to give them powers or something because where he got them from or something? I don't know. I think it's kind of like weird in my opinion. But like I said, I did notice some patterns within reading 1150 and 1164. I think you guys might agree as well, so let's get into it. Okay, so how does DOMI REVERSI actually work, right? So let's go back to 1150 where it was first introduced, right? So we already see that Gunko Emu is transformed. You know, like havoc is happening right now. It's like Armageddon. It's like, you know, it's crazy right now in Elbath. So we see Dory, who's really pissed off at Gunko Emu right now. He grabs her, crushes her. We see how pissed he is, right? So him being so pissed at her, she then does a attack. You know, she releases a book that manifests or like spawns, that like the book releases a gun and a knife, stabs Brogy, shoots Brogy's arm off, and then this demonic sign comes under him. She says Diabolical Covenant. She flips her hand over, DOMI REVERSI. There's a certain pattern in there that I will go back to, okay? So, and the rest of the giants were transformed too. Dory, we didn't get to see what happened or what made him transform. But I would assume that he was probably pissed that his partner, Brogy, got transformed. And the rest of the giants probably were scared. But there's a specific giant as well that got DOMI REVERSI'd. And I believe that DOMI REVERSI, you thought I was gonna say it, not yet, but Thorman, this giant Thorman had a demonic symbol under his feet too. And he was talking to this other giant, I'll call him the father giant. He was talking to the father giant. He was talking to the father giant like, what? Oh no, it's under me too, please help. And then he was like very scared. He was really scared, right? Him being really scared, he was like, oh no, please, I don't want to be turned into a giant. And then he got flipped over, DOMI REVERSI. all of the other giants got transformed. So that's one. Number two, let's go back to 1164 of Rocks. Rocks was provoked by Imu. Rocks was provoked by Imu only because of what Imu said. Imu was talking about Eris and Teach. Him talking about Eris and Teach, he was like, the Davy clan. Look at those two over there just running. He's provoking him, trying to make him attack and whatnot, trying to make him feel some kind of emotion. You know what I mean? Him trying to make him feel some type of emotion, talking about Eris and Teach. He was provoked and sliced up Imu. When he sliced up Imu, he was like, what are you talking about? You better not be doing what I think you're doing. And then stabbed. Imu impaled Rocks. When Imu impaled Rocks, Rocks had like this sweat on his face and whatnot. Like he was worried because of what Imu then says next. Imu says, you will be the one that will eliminate the rest of the Davy clan. He was like sweating, like worried, like what? What the heck? Why would I do that? Like, why would I eliminate my wife and my child? The one I came to Elbath to protect, to make sure that they're straight? You must be crazy. And guess what? Imu says, DOMI REVERSI. And then, Sharp Fangs, he's about to transform. He's like transforming. He was resisting though, because he was talking. I find it very funny. It was hilarious how Rocks was provoked by Imu, and then you say, all right, you want to go rage bait for rage bait? You want to go ban for ban? I bet. So he then starts provoking Imu. Then he started provoking. I ain't gonna lie. If he didn't provoke Imu, not gonna lie, he was talking that wreck, bro. If he didn't provoke Imu, maybe he probably would have got out DOMI REVERSI, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Maybe, just maybe. But he started provoking Imu, talking about, yo, so who you more scared of? Are you scared of Davy D Jones or Joy Boy? Who, I ain't gonna lie, David D. Jones used to be on that throne. And he's like, what are you talking about? No, he wasn't. Like, he was provoking him too. You get what I'm saying? I found that funny, but going back on topic, right? So let's notice a certain pattern when it comes to both Rocks and the Giants, right? Both of them were provoked. What initially led them to attack Imu. After Imu attacked them, what happened? They got DOMI REVERSI. Both Brogy and Rocks. But then the other giants, like I said, we don't know what happened to them. We truly don't know what happened to Dory and the rest of the giants. But we did see Thorman. We saw that giant Thorman who was truly scared. He was really scared. That led him to get DOMI REVERSI, right? So listen to what I'm about to say. Their emotions is what got them DOMI REVERSI. Brogy was mad. And like I said, although we didn't see Brogy was mad, I meant to say. Although we didn't see Dory and the other giants, we didn't know what led them to get DOMI REVERSI, but then we saw that giant Thorman. I know I'm repeating myself, but hear me out, right? Thorman was scared and didn't want to transform. Rocks was worried about Eris and Teach because what Imu said about them would then provoked him to get DOMI REVERSI, correct? And Imu attacked both Brogy and Rocks, correct? And that led him to be stabbed, shot, and then impaled by Imu's tentacles. So like that caused him to get DOMI REVERSI. I believe what DOMI REVERSI relies on what makes you being transformed is your emotions. Specifically negative emotions. I believe it can be both. You can get attacked, yes. So like, I believe Domi Reversi relies on provoking. When you can provoke, you can't, I ain't gonna lie, you can't really provoke somebody. Can you provoke somebody to be happy? I think so. I guess if you tickle them or something, you could provoke them to be happy. Or maybe if someone's mad and you're trying to be funny, or you're trying to have a serious moment and someone provokes you. So I guess someone could be provoked to be happy, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay? So I believe Domi Reversi relies on provoking and negative emotions. Dory was provoked to attack Imu. The only reason why he attacked Imu is because what would happen to the children. What would happen to the children, the dreams, the nightmare, the monsters and everything, that what led Dory to attack Imu. And then Imu's like, gotcha. Boom, stab, whatever. You got stabbed, you got shot, and then you got Domi Reversi. Right? Rox was provoked to attack Imu because how Imu was talking about Eris and Teach, how he was going to eliminate them. And Rox was like, what? What are you talking about? You're not going to attack them. Don't do what I think you're about to do. There's no way. Sliced them up. Then that led him to get what? Impaled. After he got impaled, he then tells him, you're going to be the one to kill them actually. And you saw that worry, that look on his face. What? Like, what are you talking about? Why would I do that? I would never. Domi Reversi. Fangs, everything. I believe Domi Reversi relies on emotions. Out of all pure honesty. What else? Like, there's specific patterns. Like, think about it. The negative emotions. Worrying is a negative emotion. There's nothing you can benefit by worrying at all. And that's what happened to Rox. He was worried about his family. He was worried and he was provoked and he was angry too. He was angry because of what Imu said about eliminating them both, his wife and his son. And that led him to getting sliced up. Imu getting sliced up, that he provoked him. He was worried and angry about what Imu said and all that other stuff. Brogy was provoked because of what happened to his land. Him being provoked about what was happening to his land, that led to him grabbing Imu. Like, literally, he was literally crushing him. You see the sound effects of crack, crack, crack. Like, literally, he was like trying to crush Gunko Imu to death. Thorman, like I said, the giant Thorman is what truly like made me think of this, because Thorman was never attacked. But what caused, I believe, what truly caused Thorman to be Domi Reversi, about him being scared. He didn't want to be transformed. He was like basically begging and pleading for help. You know what I mean? So it's just like those three instances. And like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but we didn't see what Dory, how he got, what led him being Domi Reversi. But you can assume, we can assume that the fact that he saw his partner gun Domi Reversi, he probably was trying to go after Imu as well. Was like, what the heck? No, let him go, or something, like some off-screen type of thing. You know what I mean? And then that led him to get what? Domi Reversi. I believe it relies on some type of like negative emotions. It relies on negative emotion that initially gets you Domi Reversi. I mean, think about it. Like, there was a certain pattern reading 1150 and 1164 that truly caused them. I believe it either like going, like I said, it deals with negative emotions. It deals with like him provoking you. Getting provoked to like anger and stuff is negative, especially like in demonic, like in certain religions, being angry and stuff like that is considered is a sin. You know, I'm Christian myself, but it is a sin and stuff like that. So maybe Oda is using those traits to represent Imu himself in order to make those kind of powers work, to cause you to do those set things. You know what I mean? And I believe, like, for example, I believe the cure to being Domi Reversi is Nika. It is Luffy, and it does make sense too, since Luffy, it has the Nika fruit. Him being all joyful, smiling, free, and all that, he can free you from your problems and all. He's literally considered the sun god. So it literally makes sense on how these things are happening, on how you're being Domi Reversi. I also believe and thought that and I also believe, like I was talking about earlier, I believe Emu has a devil fruit. I believe he has a devil fruit. I think he has like a certain kind of devil fruit where it's like the devil fruit is like this contract, like some kind of contract or something like that, where it's you either have like a contract or probably like a book kind of devil fruit, like a kind of book. I'm sorry, I'm going but it's like a book kind of devil fruit, maybe a book, whatever you write, like a Death Note kind of esque devil fruit. Whatever I believe or whatever I command, whatever I wish happens type of devil fruit, like, you know what I mean, like a command fruit or a contract fruit, probably like Makima. If you ever read Chainsaw Man, spoilers, if you ever read Chainsaw Man, Makima is like the contract devil. She's able to like put not contract or manipulate, the control devil, I'm sorry, she's the control devil, and like she can put you in like these kind of contracts or something like that, where she can control anybody at will and all that other stuff, having the chains. If you're lesser than her, she can control you, something like that. For Emu, who knows, you know what I mean? And remember what Vegapunk was talking about when Vegapunk was basically speaking on how devil fruits could possibly be made? When he was talking about Nika, he was basically saying how, since people they love and think about Nika so much that it manifested into devil fruit. No matter how much people think about him, like it can never go away and stuff like that, so it manifested into the devil fruit. He said it is just a theory, but think about it. Think about the amount of people that probably thinks about controlling, ruling the world, having people under contracts, having people under their command, you know what I mean, having these evil thoughts, these devilish, demonic kind of thoughts and stuff like that manifested Emu's fruit, because I believe Emu does have a devil fruit, so it manifested into like this evil fruit. You get what I'm saying? So it only makes sense now how Luffy's fruit became into the Nika fruit, and how possibly Emu's fruit became into what it is today, because how much people probably think about controlling the world, how much people think about manipulating people, controlling people, having people under their wings, devilish, just evil, demonic thoughts and all that stuff that manifested into a fruit, and Emu's the one who got it. You know what I mean? I mean, just think about it. But me personally, like I was saying, like I believe that's how Domi Reversi works. You know, I mean, can that be wrong? I mean, it's just a theory itself, but I think that might be the way how Domi Reversi works. It relies on you being provoked. It relies on your negative emotions. You can be attacked in order to be Domi Reversi, but maybe even if you're, because even Rox was talking about how, oh, I got impaled, but like he didn't feel pain by it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, if Domi Reversi works by impaling you, what if? But it just I'm thinking like, what if even if you got impaled and you're feeling happy and joyous emotions, will you get Domi Reversi? Maybe not. I also always thought of like, maybe the only way you can't get Domi Reversi too is by devil fruits. You know, devil fruits are cursed by the sea. The sea doesn't like devil fruit, so that's why when the devil fruit user gets into the sea, they drown. So I was thinking about that also. What if like devil fruits? What if like also people with devil fruits don't get Domi Reversi? Maybe people with devil fruits they don't get Domi Reversi. I mean, that could be the case as well. Like I was thinking like, what if someone like, let's say, what if someone like Luffy? What if Luffy doesn't transform into Joy Boy? Let's say he doesn't transform into Gear 5. He's using Gear 4th, probably Bound Man. He has both Conquerors and a Devil Fruit. Can Luffy get transformed? But it also makes me think that regardless, since he has the Nika Fruit, he probably can't get transformed into Domi Reversi. But say someone like Zoro. Let's say, for example, Zoro is about to be provoked by... What if Imu decides to attack Usopp and everyone else, and then being attacked by Usopp and everyone else, Zoro gets mad. He protects them, but he's about to attack Imu, and he's like, gotcha. Impale Domi Reversi. Could you imagine Sanji being Domi Reversi'd? Imagine Sanji got provoked by Imu. That wouldn't work. The reason why I said that wouldn't work, because Sanji would not attack Gunko Imu. Because right now, Gunko is literally in her panties. He's not going to attack her, dude. He's not going to attack her. So that's kind of unrealistic. But what if... okay. Remember I said you don't have to get impaled. So what if probably one of the giants, probably Thorman. What if Thorman was about to attack Robin? Or maybe Nami, or one of the female giants. What if Thorman was about to attack Gabon's wife? I forgot her name. So imagine he was about to attack Gabon's wife, and he found her very attractive, and then he kicks Thorman's weapon away or something, or he blocks the attack, and he's getting mad and pissed off, and then Imu's like, Domi Reversi, gotcha. That's all I need. I just need a negative emotion from you. Domi Reversi. And you know Sanji's the simp, so he's gonna get Domi Reversi if you attack a chick in front of him. So you know what I mean. So just think about those things. Think about it. Is that the possibility? I honestly think Domi Reversi is based off of like negative emotions. Either you get impaled, negative emotion, or if you feel a negative emotion, Diabolical Covenant, Domi Reversi. I think it's based off of negative emotions, being provoked and all that other stuff. Yeah, I think so. You guys think so too? I'm glad you do. You know what I mean? I honestly think it's based off of negative emotions. I think so. Okay? So, I mean, that's it for the video, guys. You know, I got my notes right in front of me. That's why I keep looking down. But I got my notes in front of me, looking like basically everything I wrote, how it made sense in the certain typical patterns and stuff. Yeah, I think Domi Reversi relies on negative emotions. So I hope you guys like the channel. I think I kind of solved it based off of that. Maybe that's the way it is. Maybe. But all right, guys. I appreciate you guys for always watching my vids, man. We at 235 subscribers now. Thanks. We on the road to 300. All right, and we will get there. Okay, because we all in this together. It's your boy Yusuze, man, and I am out.